Hello fellow crafters and welcome back to maxdmcrafting. Today I want to show you my fast technique to create wardrobes. After many requests, I decided to dedicate some tutorials to my tiny furniture. And basically, these tutorials are not focused on how to build specific furniture, but how you can have some standards to create a lot of them with a minimum effort. The first chapter of my tiny furniture tutorials is about wardrobes. They are great. In every dungeon, when you find a wardrobe, you already imagine that inside there will be some magic potion or supplies, weapons, what else. So they are very important. They can also cover some secret entrance. Yeah, I think they deserve the first place in my furniture building tutorials. My suggestion is always to create as much as you can for many reasons. One of those reasons is that actually when you paint them, very often can happen that your colors are slightly different, so you can notice some difference. Okay, it's not a big problem with wood. My technique is to have a basic body and then to add different little doors, so actually the wardrobes change totally the aspect and style. For example, this one is a simple one. Then you can add some decoration. These lines and these holes are done just with a hot wire cutter, and then you can have more complex like this one. Check this one. Basically the only limit is your imagination, but the technique is always the same. So let's craft some interesting wardrobes. So basically we cutted a piece of foam that is actually 4 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter and large 1.5 centimeter. Then we have 2 wooden planks that are actually 2 centimeter by 5.5 centimeter and around 2-3 millimeter thick. Then a couple of wood planks that are actually 2 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. Now we start to cut a little bit around in the center our piece. Okay, we are creating a little pocket. Then with our thermocutter we can enlarge it easily. We use this pocket for insert a couple of washers like that. Okay, this will give to our piece a lot of stability and weight. Our piece is built in a wooden plank, so I start with tracing a line around in the middle, and then I divide again in the middle this part, and in the middle this part. This will be the back of our wardrobe. And now I trace the bigger lines like that. Not in some major grains. You can also check my tutorial number 4 for this technique. And for a more realistic touch, with the soft brush, metal brush, I add all the texture that I need. Now we need to think that this is the plank that we have in the back, and so this one is another piece of wood. Also on the other side. Let's imagine that we have an horizontal plank here and another one here. So like that and like that, and wood. Now you remember the piece 4.5 centimeter that we cut, so now we can use it as a guide for cut also the second one. And we add also here the wood grain. In this little tiny furniture is much better if you don't use hot glue, because the result without will be very clean and neat. So I suggest you to use some tacky glue or PVA glue for do that. Okay, washers are here, so this will be our bottom. So we will use a wood plank in this way, so with the wood grain up. We put the glue, one, and now the other one we will use with the top like that. Okay, so also here we put glue. This is the base for every wardrobe you are creating. Now it's just a matter of taste for creating your doors. We need to understand how long we need this piece. I think this will be 4.5 centimeter tall, so 4.5. Okay, around like that. It's not important if you are very precise here. The important is that the piece is okay, 4.5, more or less like that. So now we take the center, that is actually 1 centimeter here, and around 1.5 centimeter on the side down here, and 1.5 on the other side here. So now we have these 3 points, and I try to connect them like that. Okay, just one. Now we cut it. Okay, now we take this piece and we go on the other one and we use it as a guide. So we cut 4.5 and we cut also this part. Okay, now we have two pieces that are actually the same. We are using one on the other side as a guide for the second part. Okay, and now the same on the other piece. So basically with one cut you create 4 identical curved lines. Now I consider that those are like these are like little doors, so I want to create the planks for this. So and do you remember those pieces that we cut out? So from these pieces we can create a couple of metal belt. Okay, 1 and 2. So now we can add now put on the side another piece, so you will have the same height for the other pieces. Okay, so three. Now we need a couple of handle, so I'm using these cheap jewelry pieces. You can use a piece of scrap, piece of foam, put some glue there. Now we take a bath in the glue like that, and we can easily put the handle on one side of your little door. You need to keep your pieces one beside the other, so you have the same height. Okay, and 2. I want to create a drawer here, a couple of drawers actually, so it's very easy. We just need to add the shape, and now we are ready for the doors. And we add now the nails holes. Okay, 4 planks, so 4 holes. 2, 3, 4. Since those are quite thick, I like to think that those are in wood, so let's add some wooden grain also here. I like also put the mechanism on the side, and usually I use little pieces of wood, but you also can use cardboard, even paper. Now for the final touch, I'm using these resin skulls, high quality resin skulls from Green Stuff World. It's a new edition of their skulls. As you can see, they come in this resin plaque, but it's very easy to take off one of them. Okay, like that. So we can add a nice detail on the top of our wardrobe. And voila. Very nice. Okay guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you very like this video, remember to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, happy crafting!
Oh.